Hello everybody, this is Martin from Gardens for Life. In this video I'm going to show you the pizza garden 1 year after making it. But first I'm going to grab some breakfast. Well, this purple tree spinach is awesome when you just saute it or fry it in the frying pan for just 1 minute, maybe even 2 minutes. We'll grab a few of these bits. And what else? Onion, of course. And what else? Parsley. Well, and the eggs come from our chickens over here. Starting to rain now, but no matter, we're going to have a little tour anyway. So the pizza garden was made about a year ago in June, and we already had a whole growing season worth of crops out of it last year, and a lot of winter vegetables too, and even some tubers as well. So this garden only took 2 weeks to set up, with the help of our neighbour's tractor, that is. But it only takes about 5 hours per year in maintenance, basically to keep the weeds off and to add some extra compost on the top. We basically mulch it once a year, and that keeps the soil life fed and happy, and it grows the vegetables for us then. Basically planting and harvesting is all you need to do, and you need to consider maybe about an hour per garden bed, which is this garden actually has 12 beds, so about 12 hours per year of planting and then harvesting after that. So it's pretty low maintenance, and by God does it grow a lot of food. So let me just give you a quick tour. I'll try and make my way to the middle because the paths are kind of being overwhelmed by the productivity of the actual plants in the beds. This is the middle part here. So as you can see, it's still just as lush as it was last year. We did add about 5 centimeters or 2 inches worth of compost, and we only did about 5 hours worth of maintenance here this year. And as you can see, there is some mosses growing here, so those need to be taken care of, I guess. But other than that, there is almost no problems with weeds or slugs. There is the odd dandelion growing here. Some of them will keep. So we have Portuguese kale here and Orpheus, which is actually a tuber's leek from the Benelux states. So look, this is what it looks like, and we're going to start offering those on our website soon. Although we still need to build up our stock a little bit, but we're going to have a few of them anyway on offer, just for those of you who are interested. We have a full bed of carrots and some dahlias. These were also planted last year, same as the Portuguese kales. They were planted from a cutting as well. So dahlia tubers are actually edible, and we don't actually bother though, we just like to have them here just to attract the insects. So other than that, we have some parsley. This is actually tuberous parsley from Hamburg, and some yacons growing right here. We have fairly newly planted chard, and it's rainbow chard, and some spinach in that. A few potatoes. So these are some perennial fennel plants, and as you can see, they're going to seed now, which is great because we'll collect those and we'll use them in our cooking and for growing more plants next year. As you can see, there's loads and loads of insects on there, and we use the leaves for tea as well. Use them for different things if you have a upset stomach, for example. Here's a few courgette plants as well. Some of them didn't make it very well because they were kind of shaded out by the kale, but some of the plants are actually fairly substantial. Very few weeds popping up. Here's actually a nettle that I need to take up, but I have no gloves on me now, so I won't bother. But you know, other than that, it's all basically canopy gardening, which means that things are growing so lush and wide that even the paths are kind of slightly covered, and so that no new weeds can actually take a hold. So these are some purple tree spinach and some beetroots. I've never seen as bigger beetroots before. I'll show you some other ones from the other side too in a minute. But they're huge, and they're actually, what's the name of the variety? Cylindra, and there is Chiogio, and there's a whole lot of other ones, some white ones as well. And this is some celery from last year. This is actually going to seed now. But we just left it there for the insects, and we were using it up until now. So even for a full year, we were using the leaves off it, but now it's time for it to go and make space for another crop in that bed. So these are actually kohlrabis. Fairly substantially grown there, and they're really good as kind of chips, or you can use them in a frying pan as well. You can saute them for a few minutes, and then you put a lid on it with a bit of water, and that's it. This bed here is free now, so we had some spinach in it. This is some Siberian kale, or white Russian kale. Super productive crop. They actually grow all the way through the winter at temperatures above 4 degrees Celsius. So I can only recommend these ones, especially as a winter vegetable, winter green. These are Stuttgarter giant onions, and they really are growing fairly big. And we have plenty of scallions, as you can see, and some volunteer ochas. And we have loads and loads of marigolds all the way around. Just because they look nice near the path, but unfortunately they've kind of fallen over. But they also attract beneficial insects to the garden as well. And we're going to get a big seed crop out of them. Here is some oregano that's going to seed, flowering. And we can even use the flowers in the cooking as well. Same thing as the leaves. They have a lovely flavour and a lovely smell too. And again, with the beneficial insects, we don't have any pest outbreaks here at all, because we have flowers planted basically on every corner of the garden. One here, some dahlias here, some marigolds and oregano here. So as you can see, it's all taken care of. There's a yarrow plant in the background now. That's not part of the pizza garden, but it still helps to bring in the insects anyway. So these are carrots. I'll just show you one of these. Let's see if it's a straight one. If it didn't hit a rock. It did not. That is huge. That's actually an Autumn King 2 is the name of the variety. So they take up very little space, and as you can see, you can have probably 50 carrots in half a bed, which is only about 2 square meters. And here's the mother, the cat. She's taking care of the garden. Here's a big dandelion plant, which we don't actually take up as long as it's one of the wide leaf varieties. We'll keep it here, and we won't let it go to seed so that we don't end up with loads of plants, but they're really good for greens as well. You can eat those. They're a little bit bitter, very good for the digestive system, but they also make for really good animal food as well. So it was only a quick tour, as I said. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions about the pizza garden or any other related to no-dig gardens questions, you can actually ask us in the comments below. Thanks very much, and please give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. All the best. Thanks very much. Bye bye.